They know the rules. They have to be seated. It has to remain on the table. And they just get to explore the different applications.
Okay, we're going to do another one.
So what are you guys doing, Jasmine?
As an entrepreneur, you have to know when to drive and when to stop and ask for directions. You must check your rearview mirror from time to time to see how much progress you've made. You have to talk to those movers and shakers, those dream chasers. You have to know the north side, east side, west side, and south side of Atlanta. You have to follow your dreams at all costs. You have to know the heartbeat of your community. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Volume 9 of King Speaks. Thank you again for coming. Hopefully you enjoyed your meal. And we're going to get into this 9th session titled The 7 Spheres of Influence. My name is Julian Smartrimple, and we're here to talk about conscious issues that we deal with in our Black community regarding race, regarding manhood, and regarding spirituality. Tonight we're going to be talking about 7 key influences that all of us as Black men must have in order to be successful. And as you can see on the screen, the first topic that we'll be diving into is religion. The second topic is going to be dealing with the family dynamics. The third, education. Fourth, public service. Fifth, media. And also the 6th and 7th, arts and entertainment. Business is the most central influence that moves not just people, but moves the earth. Without the transaction of money and influence, really, you're not able to reach all the people that we need to here while on earth. We'll move on to the first one, which is a major one that all of us, I think, are influenced in. The second most after business, which is religion. The ultimate religion is an intimate relationship with God or our Creator. Coming to know His presence and also witnessing His power that brings all of us influence. Even for those who may not follow Christianity, you still have to honor religion in order to have that presence in that mountain or that sphere of influence. Basically, from my thoughts on religion, again, besides those who are atheists, we have to have some form of religion. As we saw in the video, 70% of people here in the world, and I think that highlight was more for America, they're influenced by a specific religion or a specific form of spirituality. So that's key in success and even knowing how effective you will be in that mountain that yours may be. Anybody want to comment on religion?
Yeah, I don't really know, because that's so, especially for, we're all African Americans, so I mean, religion kind of goes hand in hand in that. I think the better question might be, how hasn't it?
That's true.
Influence, because I can't really feel any aspect of my life that, hasn't been affected some form or fashion, from what job I'm willing to do to what I'm willing to study in school to who I choose to associate with. Just everything. How I treat the people I associate with. I mean, it's all there. It's all right.
Jimmy, what do you think religion has influenced you as a man, or even just family-wise?
Yeah, I think coming to know your Creator, you realize your purpose and which influence which area, which mountain you influence based on how you're wired.
When I think of business, I think of worldly type ideas, and for that to be the center that that everything's connected to, I'm not sure how to take that, especially since I get the impression that the seven spheres of influence is supposed to be something that works together with everything. Like religion is no more important than arts, is no more important than business, but at the same time, I feel like
money makes the world go round.
Basically.
Well, what you mean? I mean, I get
That's
that,
just the
but money
reality.
is just a concept that we came up with. It's not real.
I mean, but
So
you
that-
need money to function, though.
Yeah,
you
you
got the
can't
money.
do that.
No, you don't need money to function. What you need is time and ability. That's what you need. Because if we needed money to function, we wouldn't even have been here from the beginning.
I'm
But
sorry.
prior to us creating this society, in this society, yes, you're 1,000% correct, because that's what we've created for ourselves. And I guess that's where I'm getting a little confused, and I'm anxious to see how this connects, because I'm like, it seems like it's telling, although you're a believer, to get more connected to the world,
Okay.
where I don't think that's what you should be doing, but maybe it's not saying that.
I'll call you.
So
That's a good point though, because I've heard the quote also that prayer moves the heavens, but money definitely moves the earth. So, as Jimmy said, like you could, whether you believe in God or not, like you can still pray and you can move the heavens. But as Jimmy said, if you don't have the cash or the resources to function on earth, you really won't be able to move in reference to the earth, like to be severely impactful. So, I mean, to each his own. As you said, there are some people that, as you noted, still survive without the usage of resources or money. But
To make an impact, like you said,
yeah,
you're gonna need some money.
education. This is a quote by G.K. Chesterton. As we see, education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. And in reference to financial education, as it goes into business, a lot of that has not been passed down to our generations, which is why we have seen the way our communities look, especially financially. That's not passed down to each generation, let alone other forms of knowledge or education. So we suffer as a whole from that. And that's not just in inner cities, that's as a whole with many communities worldwide.
It's not the key that it's just not the key that it's not.
What
It's
you
a
think?
conscientious choice that people choose not to pass it down. Case in point, Jimmy and I have a business. Successful. Cleaning business is one. Second business is a grocery store. Okay. Jimmy goes and checks on the grocery store. I go check on the cleaning business. Now, we meet on every Tuesday morning. We sit down, we have breakfast. And breakfast is not on us. It's paid by the owner of that particular restaurant, because he gets free groceries from us for his particular establishment, and he gets free cleaning. So it's a relationship there that we built, Jimmy and I, with this other owner. It's a sensitive statement, but I'll make it. In the African American community, it's I got mine, so now you gotta get yours.
Yeah, the selfishness that we do.
Very much so. Jim and I got ours. We're not driving around in flashy cars. You may have a Hyundai, a Honda, and the latest, version, and it's all decked out. And we have a $300,000 to $500,000 house, but it's because we have a nice house does not mean that we have to always go around driving an expensive car. The mentality has to be turned around.